Pastor Jim. I want to talk to you this morning about something that happened quite a few years ago. Of course, it was after the flood. I'm going to just go ahead and start reading out of Genesis chapter 11, and I'm going to use the message again. And it says that at one time the whole earth spoke the same language. I'm going to drop down a couple verses and said, "And the people said, 'Come, let's build ourselves a city and a tower that reaches heaven. Let's make ourselves famous, so we won't be scattered here and there across the earth.' And God came down to look over the city and the tower those people had built. And God took one look and said, 'One people, one language. Why, this is only the first step. No telling what they'll come up with next. They'll stop at nothing. Come, we'll go down and garble their speech so they won't understand each other.' Then God scattered them from there all over the world, and they had to quit building the city. And that's how it came to be called Babel, because there God turned their language into Babel, and from there God scattered them all over the world." Babel. It's been a lot of years since we've been speaking different languages and different nations, different cultures. But even in our own countries, we have languages that sometimes we don't quite understand. There were times that when my boys were home that I wouldn't understand a thing that they were saying, and my wife would have to explain to me what they were talking about. I've never understood rap. I don't understand what they're saying. So to me, that's a babble. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that I can't hear it. I don't see it. So I wonder if there's still times that God's still saying, let's go ahead and confuse them and make them kind of scatter them. Because some people, even in the English language, when we were stationed in Germany, our landlord was taking an English course. Unfortunately, it wasn't American English, and he would come down looking for help, and I could not help him. I didn't understand what he was even talking about. And there again, it's the different Englishes, different dialects, and different ways of saying things, and even the way that it's put together. And so we stay confused at times. And I have to wonder if still it's because sometimes we want to become more godlike. That's why Babel was, God came down and gave everybody different languages, so they could be confused and couldn't work together. So sometimes even our own language, we can't work together because we don't understand one another. We've made the comment, especially now that my hearing has gotten worse, we've made the comment that if anybody came to the house, they would think that Joni and I were having fights all the time because we're always yelling, "What'd you say? What'd you say?" Isn't it funny? But we hear God loud and strong. And so I encourage you to listen to Him today. Don't pay attention to the babble that's going on around you, but listen to what God has to say. Maybe He's talking loud. Maybe He's whispering. Either way, you can hear Him. And either way, He'll speak the language you can understand. So I encourage you to do that. I encourage you to reach out to someone this week that needs to hear maybe something in their own language about how much Jesus loves them. And invite them into church this Sunday. Hey, God bless. Have a great Thursday, and we'll talk to you next week.